In the land of Fiora, where the veil between the verdant and the mechanized is thin and ephemeral, there lived one Selvala of Alberon, an elf of remarkable bearing and vision. Not merely a figure of nature's creation, but one sculpted by the confluence of fate and ambition, she traversed the pathways of destiny with a grace as delicate as the whisper of leaves in a forest glade. Her story, a mosaic of triumphs and tribulations, unfolds with the richness of 1,000 whispered legends. In her youth, Selvala, with her keen eyes and nimble limbs, moved through the social strata of Paliano, her heart entwined with that of Count Brago. Together they danced the intricate waltz of political ascent, each step a deft maneuver in the shifting sands of power. The high city of Paliano, with its labyrinthine corridors and marble facades, bore witness to their rise, a meteoric ascent that was at once swift and steep. They were the darlings of the populace, their names a chorus on the lips of the many. In their pursuit of justice, they dismantled the encrusted privileges of the old nobility, their efforts a clarion call for equity and reform. They crafted the Charter, a document imbued with their ideals and aspirations, and under its aegis, Selvala delved into the wilderness of the lowlands. In these untamed reaches, far from the clamor of politics and the contrivances of artificer Muzio, Selvala reveled in the unadulterated beauty of nature. Her soul was nourished by the symphony of the wild, the rustle of leaves, the murmur of streams, the call of distant birds. She brought forth exotic flora and fauna to Paliano, with her belief that the natural world surpassed the hollow mimicry of Muzio's constructs. Her days were spent in communion with the earth, her nights under the canopy of stars, a living homage to the verdant splendor that she so cherished. The wheel of fortune turned with a cruel and inexorable twist. The disease that had claimed King Brago, a hereditary malady of relentless progression, became a burden too great for the priests of the custody to bear. Their ministrations, intended as a mercy, became an agony as Brago's life was extended in a state of unending suffering. The weight of this cruel jest fell upon Selvala, who, in a moment of heart-wrenching clarity, ended Brago's torment with a dagger's swift kiss. The act was one of mercy, but the custody, blind to her intent, cast her into the dungeons of their wrath. Her name, once a melody of hope, became a dirge of damnation. In the cold and stone confines of her prison, Selvala languished, her spirit undimmed but constrained. It was then that Grenzo, the goblin keeper of the dungeon, with motives shrouded in the dim light of treachery and desperation, orchestrated her release. His scheme, a desperate ploy to vanquish the artificer Muzio, saw Selvala freed into the maelstrom of chaos that ensued. The goblin's plan, intended to cleanse Paliano of the artificer's creations, unraveled in discordant fashion. Selvala, now free but marooned in the upheaval, retreated once more to the wilds that had been her sanctuary, leaving behind a city adrift in its own contrivances. As time wove itself anew, the rise of the Black Rose signaled a profound shift in the equilibrium of Paliano. The demise of Brago's spirit at the hands of the planeswalker Kaya and the subsequent ascendancy of the Black Rose to the throne heralded a new epoch. Amidst the turmoil, Selvala's presence re-emerged, unbidden but opportune. The artificial constructs, once the hallmark of Muzio's genius, were now swept aside as the nobility turned to the exotic beasts of the natural world. Selvala, whose connection to these creatures was deep and abiding, found herself once more entwined in the city's affairs. Approached by Captain Adriana of the Guard, she was summoned to assist in the dismantling of the monarchy and the formation of a new Republic of Paliano. The unfolding saga of Selvala, however, did not remain confined to the precincts of Paliano. Her journey carried her beyond the city's boundaries to Thunder Junction, a realm marked by its own mysteries and adventures. Selvala's passage was one of both purpose and wanderlust. Her arrival in Thunder Junction saw her aligned with the Freestriders, a group whose own quests intertwined with the larger tapestry of fate and fortune. The heights of Paliano's courts to the wilds of the lowlands and the adventurous expanse of Thunder Junction, Her journey is a testament to the unyielding spirit of one who moves through the world, not merely as a participant, but as a shaper of its destiny. Her legacy, woven through acts of mercy, rebellion, and reinvention, remains an important part of Fiora's history.